how to deal with bullies. I hope that you guys watch this and it gives you some sort of like hope. So first thing to do, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess. And if you have been following my videos recently, then you know that it's just been vlogs and holidays, but all of that is done now. I am back in Sydney and I am committed to make more videos like this for you guys that I wish I saw when I was younger. So as the title says, this video is going to be about how to deal with bullies, specifically bullies when you're at school. So not so much bullies as an adult, which by the way, yes, they still do exist, but more like when you're in high school. Before I get into that and how to deal with it, I wanted to just touch base on my experience and how it affected me and how I dealt with it, because that's how I came up, you know, with how to deal with bullies in the first place. So for me, it was a pretty tough experience, which I think all bullying is a tough experience, no matter to what extent it is. Some bullying could be like really bad and some bullying could be seen as less, but it affects the person in the same way. I hope that this video can sort of help for you to feel a little bit better and to understand that there is a way out and you will be happy, you know. So again, as I said, I want to touch base a little bit on my experience and what I went through. I actually moved 3 schools. And so basically I was the new kid 3 times. And I also didn't know much English. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I'm Italian. So I moved from Italy. So English wasn't my first language, which was a bit of an issue because I couldn't communicate as well as other people. And everyone had their groups already. So it was a bit hard to sort of be part of a group and be liked when you were so different. Basically, it was mostly the girls that would make fun of my food, the smell of my food. I was made fun of my English, I was made fun of my poor grammar, I was made fun of for my shoes, I was made fun of for my earrings. So at a point I was actually eating in the bathroom by myself, in the cubicle, literally. Eating my food because I was embarrassed to just go out and eat my food and then people would make fun of my food, and I didn't want that. So it was easier for me to go in the bathroom and eat there. And I remember calling my mom in tears, crying, just telling her basically what I was feeling and how sad I was. At a point my bag was thrown in the bushes, someone threw an apple at my face. Like what? There was some girls that decided that it was funny to take pictures of me, so they would stand behind me. I didn't even see them, but I turned around and I saw they would just stand behind me, like do some random gestures that I probably don't want to do on camera, and take pictures of me. And then they tripped me, so they literally put their feet between my legs and made me trip. And the list just goes on and on. These are just the things that I think were the worst thing that happened to me, and I'm very well aware that there's people out there that are going through a lot worse than this. I know, and I was lucky that it didn't happen to me. Now, me saying this to you is not because I'm trying to look for any pity, because girl, this shit makes you grow. You gotta look at it that way. Enough of that, how to deal with bullies. And I say this from experience. So this is what I realized with literally like 5 years of bullying. This is what I realized now that I finished school 7 years ago, and this is what I want to give you guys, because I wish I saw a video like this 7 years ago when I was going through it. Well, way before then, actually 10 years ago when I was going through it. I hope that you guys watch this and it gives you some sort of like hope. So first thing to do, the most important thing to do is to talk. You need to talk. You need to find someone, whether it's a counselor, whether it's a best friend, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's your sister. You need to find someone and talk to them. And if you have opened up to someone and that person doesn't seem like they care too much and they don't take you seriously, then don't stop there. Don't think, oh no one cares. No, like that's the one person you need to talk to someone else, because clearly that person is probably going through some things themselves and they don't see how this is affecting you. So don't stop. Continuously look for support. I saw probably 7 counselors or 8 counselors, And I saw that many because I felt like none of them understood me. And until, you know, I spoke to a friend and that friend understood me. By the way, now she's my girlfriend, it's Jamie. And my mom, and they were there all along, you know. I did still see a counselor, you know, throughout the whole thing because I didn't always want to bother them, but I literally surrounded myself with a support system so that people knew where I was at. Just make sure that you tell your parents and some sort of authorities around you, because someone is there to help you. I promise, people care. So definitely talk is number one. Second thing to do is to stay calm and stay confident. I know this is so hard because it's like, how do I do that when like I'm so sad inside and you just want to, like, I don't know what you want to do to these bullies, but you don't want to be calm around them. But I'm telling you, you need to stay confident within yourself, because if you keep reacting, that's what they want, and they will continuously do it. You don't want them to continuously do it. It might not stop them, but it might stop them. And it's a way for them to sort of go, oh, this is boring, because she doesn't even get affected by this shit, you know? So just try to not, of course it's gonna get to you, but try not to show them that it's getting to you. If it's really bad that it's physical, consider doing martial arts. Consider doing something that it's for your own self-defense. Now, this doesn't mean that if they say something to you that it's verbal abuse, that you start punching them. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if they're doing something to you, at least you know how to defend yourself and you know how to stop it from them to hurt you. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to hurt them and like do things like that, but you're defending yourself and at least you're not getting hurt physically. So consider doing that. If you can't afford doing martial arts lesson, maybe even look at YouTube tutorials. Like, get creative, be resourceful with those sort of things, but you just need to protect yourself. That's number two. Number three is to actually create a deeper understanding of who you are and have a deep connection with yourself and self-love. Now, again, this is, I know, hard, especially if you're around 15 to 18 or even 20. I know it's very hard, but you just need to really have at least 15 minutes a day or even 10 minutes a day where you just sit down and you have time to yourself. You just close your eyes and you relax and you put your hands on your heart and just think of 3 things you're grateful for. Think of those 3 things you're very grateful for, and think in your mind, what are the characteristics that you love the most about yourself? And do not tell me that there is nothing, because there is something beautiful in each and every single person. So you're beautiful and there is something about you that's different than someone else. So write that down. Positive things. Ignore the negative things. Do not think of that stuff. You don't need it. Those 10 minutes are focused on just being centered with yourself. You need to really develop self-love, and for that specific thing, I recommend you looking into Tony Robbins and Robin Banks. If you're in South Africa, he's only in South Africa. If you wanted to go to a live thing, let me just quickly, briefly talk to you about Tony Robbins, because I feel like he's more accessible than Robin Banks. He has a lot of videos online on how to have that self-love and a lot of emotions that you feel, how to handle them and how to gain that self-love. And for me, what helped me was Robin Banks, which basically does the same thing as Tony Robbins, but he was in Sydney. He hasn't come back since. He does the same thing as Tony Robbins, and that's what made me go from literally being in my thoughts and in my mind and just being upset and seeing so many counselors, from that to literally just actually feeling happy. Like, I never thought that I would be happy. I thought I will never be happy. I will never be happy. This is gonna be my life, and life fucking sucks because I'm not happy. This is not where I want to be. Like, this is just not, I hate life. That was my mind. It was like, I hate this. I can't do this anymore. For instance, I couldn't even listen to the song "You Had Me Suicidal" because that would remind me of how sad I was. Now I'm telling you this because it was serious. It was very serious, but I managed to go from this to this because of basically the videos that I watched, about mostly because I went to this live event that just completely changed my life. And I recommend reading the book The Power of Now. I will put all the links of this stuff in the description box below so you guys can actually click on these resources. I'm not sponsored by any of this, by the way. This is just the stuff that helped me. So that's number 3. And lastly, the 4th point is to don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Don't just stay behind your phone and looking at what people are saying, especially nowadays with social media. There's a lot of cyberbullying. Don't spend your time on there. People can say so much shit behind the screen, and they're doing it because they're insecure about their own life. They're upset about something that's happening in their family. Something's wrong in their life and they want to take out that anger to someone else. That's just how it is. Surround yourself with your family, with your friends. And if you're not in good terms with your family, or you feel like you don't have any friends, or you have a counselor, maybe you don't have money for a counselor, well, you have me. You're literally watching this video on YouTube and there's a comment section in the box below. You can talk to me. You can leave me a comment. You can say whatever it is. Find me on Instagram and come in my DM and I will reply. You have someone. You always have someone. You have me. If you don't have anyone and you feel like you're alone, you have me. Literally, this is my Instagram. Come, check it out. You don't need to follow me or anything. Just DM me. Tell me what's going on and I'll be there. Do not ever keep it within yourself, okay? Like, you are not alone. You are never alone in this, I promise. I am literally the proof to you that I thought I would never be happy. Never. I thought I'm never gonna be happy. And I'm here, 25 years old. You just need to know that you will get better and you will be happy. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm literally living proof. So these are the 4 points on how to deal with bullies. If you're being bullied right now, I really do hope that this has helped you. Things will get better, and I promise you. So do not give up. Remember how special you are. Remember you're beautiful. Remember that there's something special in each and every single one of us. So I hope this video helped you guys. Comment below if you went through this and now you're feeling amazing. Comment below, share your stories, because people that are going through this right now want to see how people were really low and how now they're so happy. People want to see that there is a way out and there is a way up. So comment down below, and even if you're still in that rut and you're still feeling so upset, comment it down below. Someone is there to help, I promise. Make sure you like it if it helped you. Share it with someone that you know is going through this and you think this video might help them. Subscribe to my channel for more of these videos and let me know in the comments what other kind of things maybe you want me to cover. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you for our next video. Bye.